Okay, I suck at the Etch-a-Sketch. Suck royally. But my question of the day today is, do you excel at an art form, and if so, what? I'm actually quite a bit better at writing short stories, which I like to do in my free time. So that, I guess, would be my art form if I had one. But tell me about your art form if you have one.
So here's a battle with Soren, and he's from the Serebii chat room. And I'm using one of my random teams again. I lead with an Uxie, he leads with a Shaman, and I really don't know what he's going to do, but he decides to Seed Flare, and that's always a good move, and that does some significant damage to Uxie. Unfortunately, he does get the special defense drop, and so after I yawn, I'm going to switch out, because I don't want to risk him staying him and killing Uxie. So he goes into Tyranitar, and yeah, I'm just going to switch, and I switch out into Blaziken, and it turns out to be pretty nice, because this is a different Blaziken. This is my Choice Scarf Blaziken, and I'm just going to Superpower. I guess he wasn't predicting a Choice Scarf Blaziken, and his Tyranitar gets taken down, and that's pretty awesome to take down Tyranitar this early. And Blaziken is virtually unaffected. Yay! So he goes into a Yanmega, and Blaziken isn't going to be staying in against this, because Yanmega can hurt Blaziken and stuff. So I decide to go into Magnezone, predicting the Air Slash, and it's pretty cool because he does use the Air Slash. And that's pretty awesome. So he's going to try to Hypnosis me, and he's pretty unlucky with hitting with Hypnosis because he misses the first time. And he's not very lucky with status moves in general, I guess. You'll see what I mean. So I sub, and he can't Hypnosis through the sub, so he's going to have to switch. And I just go for the Thunderbolt since, that's a good play, because Thunderbolt's pretty powerful. And he goes into a Snorlax, and Snorlax is somewhat of a, special defense wall, so I'm not going to be able to hit him with Thunderbolt. And I guess I should have stayed in since I had the sub, but I didn't want him to, curse and stuff, because if he did that, that would suck. So I decided to switch directly into Machamp as he body slams. And that's going to do some damage to Machamp, but not a whole lot. But I'm predicting that Machamp will scare him away, because no one is going to keep a Snorlax in against a Machamp. That's just crazy. But I go with the Dynamic Punch not to over-predict, and he goes into a Dusknoir, and that kind of blows, because, as you know, Dynamic Punch isn't going to do a whole lot to Dusknoir. So I'm going to have to switch, and I decide to switch into Spiritomb. And Spiritomb is pretty cool. And he misses with Will-O-Wisp, so as you can see, he's not incredibly lucky with his status moves. But he's going to hit the second time on my Spiritomb, and that's kind of bad. And I'm going to Will-O-Wisp him too. I don't really know who gets hurt by this more. I mean, both Spiritomb and Dusknoir are, physical attackers usually, but I don't know. Neither of them, really rely on their attacking moves too much. But he switches out into Yanmega as I try to Sucker Punch it, but he doesn't attack me, so it doesn't work. So I know Spiritomb is going to get, pwned by this Yanmega with Bug Buzz, but I decide to stay in and try to burn it to get some damage on it per turn, but my burn misses, and that really sucks. So I'm just going to go down Sucker Punching. Even with the burn, it still do quite a bit because of the stab. I mean, it'll do a nice chunk, and it does a nice chunk. So he Bug Buzzes and takes down Spiritomb, and that's not really good in itself because, I like Spiritomb. So I go into Gastrodon, because Gastrodon is epic. He misses with the Hypnosis again as I Ice Beam and take down his Yanmega. So that's pretty lols, and sorry about the missing Hypnosis and stuff. Happened a lot in this battle. So he goes into Shaman again, and I know he's probably going to Seed Flare, because that would just totally pwn a Gastrodon. And he gets a crit and a special defense drop, so I guess that kind of makes up for his Hypnosis miss. A crit and a special defense drop on Magnezone, and that really, really blows. So I'm just going to stay in, probably let him kill me. If I'm just going to go for a Hidden Power Fire, but he also goes for a Hidden Power. That's probably Fire, but I'm not 100% sure, obviously. But in any regard, he does take down my Magnezone, and I don't like that one bit. So I go into Blaziken. I'm just going to Overheat, because it's going to do quite a bit of damage to whatever he decides to switch into. And he goes into Dusknoir. Now, as you can see, I also had Superpower, so this is actually a mix Choice Scarf Blaziken, which is pretty epic because it has over 300 in both attack skills, so Blaziken is pretty cool like that. And I'm just going to stay in an overheat to finish off the Dust Noir, and it goes down, which is pretty nice. Blaziken is so epic. I mean, it's so much cooler than Infernape. I mean, do you want a stupid monkey or a awesome chicken? I mean, that's the real question that you should be asking yourself when you decide Blaziken or Infernape. But he goes back into his Snorlax thing, and he decides to Body Slam as I go into Machamp again. So I'm thinking he's probably going to switch, so I'm going to take this turn to rest. But he actually doesn't switch, and I guess that's an over-prediction on my part, and he just goes for the Body Slam. But I do have full health, well, nearly full health again, so that's not entirely bad. And I have a Sleep Talk, so that's what I'm going to do, hopefully to, pull off the Dynamic Punch, which would be really nice. The first Sleep Talk pulls off a Stone Edge, and that does a little bit of damage to Snorlax. And he's going to try to curse up with me being asleep. I guess because he didn't know I had Sleep Talk at first, I'm guessing. So now he's going to try to Body Slam me for maximum damage. Unfortunately, I get a rest off the Sleep Talk, which isn't really good at all. And he Body Slams, and I get taken down to 75 hit points. But I'm just going to wake up and Dynamic Punch now to finish off this stupid Snorlax, because it's annoying me. And, yeah, Snorlax is going to die to the Dynamic Punch. Pretty much, even it has, 6 curses. I mean, Stab, Machamp, Max Attacks, Machamp, Dynamic Punch. That's a lot. So he goes into Shaman. I'm just gonna let him kill me because I really don't have a safe switch. And if I switch into Blaziken like I wanted to do there, yeah, my Blaziken would die, and that would not be good. So I go into Blaziken, scare it away with Overheat. Luckily for me, his last Pokemon is a Scizor, so he sacrifices the Scizor to keep his Shaman alive. And I get the special attack lower there. And he goes back on a Shaman, obviously. It's his last poke. And I'm going to play it safe and go into Uxie just so I can get a full power Overheat on this thing. I'm just playing it safe. I don't really want to risk not killing it and then it sweeping the rest of my team. So I go into Uxie, like I said. He Earth powers, so that's actually pretty good on my part. And I'm going to Yawn to put it to sleep since he can't switch out now, as he Air Slashes. And I'm just going to U-turn away into Blaziken, because he's going to try to finish Uxie off with Air Slash, or sorry, Seed Flare. I lied. And I'm just going to U-turn. It's super effective, but it doesn't really do anything. And I'm going to go into Blaziken, and I have the Overheat now, and that's going to KO Shaman. Even if it misses, I have another turn because he's sleeping. So good game. Soren, hope to battle again soon. Rate, comment, subscribe.